October 20th is our big summit, the Nonprofit Summit of the Midlands. This year's theme, we're really excited, it's all on passion, purpose, and persuasion. Well, I think today is going to be a great day for people to understand how they can be good advocates, good storytellers, to really get their mission across, how to work together and really make a difference in the nonprofit sector. It's going to be a fun day. I'm so glad it's finally here.
I think people take away the idea that by coming together and working together, we can impact communities. That's the whole idea of this summit today.
Because there's no better opportunity for us to get common ground for nonprofit issues, build networks, and move the progressive voice forward.
I'm here to collaborate with others that are nonprofits to look at ways to save money but also provide more services in the community.
Events like this are important. First, for networking. We get to meet different people who are doing the same things. It's good for collaboration.
I hope to meet more nonprofits. I hope to learn a little from the sessions, see all sorts of interesting things about the way nonprofits run and what we can be doing to be better nonprofits.
We have a morning keynote by Jay Connor out of Michigan, who's done some great work here locally with the Hunger Free Heartland and Conagra Foods.
The nonprofits, the community organizations that are represented in this room are actually going to be the servants to help the community get to its goals.
We also have a breakout session with Marcia Abner. Marcia is with the Minnesota State Association of Nonprofits and the Wellstone Foundation.
I think this is a fabulous meeting and really important. State associations become the place where nonprofits can come together. We don't need to be a fragmented sector. I think it's been a terrific day. People have been really engaged, and I think everyone will leave today feeling like the work they do is part of something bigger.
Attended a very informative session where we talked about how best to deal with state senators in the unicameral in the upcoming discussion about the state budget.
What I took away today was a very motivational session on leadership and keeping ourselves fueled up as directors and leaders in our organizations.
I think this is one organization and one individual that we can all say has touched our life in some point here in the state of Nebraska.
We have to continue to remember that what we do is very worthwhile. The people that we serve are so vital to the state, and that we must bring our best resources to our work. That's why events like today, and that's why the Nonprofit Association of the Midlands are critical to our work, because they bring us together, they pool our best expertise to share with each other, and they allow us to have experts talk with us that we could never afford to bring ourselves.
We were talking in an earlier session where we're so diverse and so invisible in many ways and so fragmented, so how could you tell the story of us? And we have a great lunch speaker, Falar Pakar. She's talking about storytelling.
Now that story ends with an entire community transformed. You can tell that story about that transformation and how this is what you're going to do.
My favorite part about today was the sharing your story. I felt like the last presenter did a really good job at teaching us better ways to get our message out there to the public.
I really enjoyed today's keynote and the discussion about the power of stories.
My favorite takeaway was the human touch of telling stories, that it's not about your data or your charts or your perfectly written report, but telling your story to a person is what's important.
Getting people's stories out, success stories, is especially important when it comes to, making our program sustainable.
But it was so good, and I really see the power of the sector, that people understand we've got to get out of our silos, we've got to work together, because we are change agents, we are the catalysts, and that's what makes our communities worth living in. Good job, everybody. Come back next year.